This is from the Telegraph. Ready for this? Oh, this is American in a few years. This is why I'm doing this. I don't particularly care about the UK healthcare system, except the idiots in our country who manage our healthcare system now, the masterminds, they do. They think it's swell. They think it's swell that the Brits can't get in to see a dentist and walk around with broken yellow teeth. Oh, they think that's swell. Ready for this headline? Obese patients. This means fat people. Obese patients. Mark, don't say fat people. Hey, listen to me. I'm not the skinniest guy in the world. And as many of you regular listeners know, I formed an organization many years ago called Fatties United, or FU. So I'm the chairman, CEO. What does Bannon call himself? The chairman, the executive chair. I'm the executive chairman of Fatties United, or FU. Obese patients and smokers banned from routine surgery and most severe ever rationing in the National Health Service in Britain. Oh, do tell. Obese people will be routinely refused operations across the NHS. Health Service bosses have warned after one authority said it would limit procedures on unprecedented scale. Hospital leaders in North Yorkshire said the patients with a body mass index BMI of 30 or above, as well as smokers, will be barred from most surgery for up to a year, amid increasingly desperate measures to plug a funding black hole. The restrictions will apply to standard hip and knee operations. So if you smoke and you have a bad hip or bad knee, you're out of luck. Or if you're heavy and you have a bad hip or bad knee, and many heavy people do, you're out of luck. Isn't progress wonderful? The decision, described by the Royal College of Surgeons as the most severe the modern NHS has ever seen, led to warnings that other trusts will soon be forced to follow suit, and rationing will become the norm if the current funding crisis continues. Well, raise taxes on the rich won't fix it. There's not enough money and not enough rich. Chris Hobson, the head of the NHS providers, which represents acute care, ambulance, and community services, said, I think we're going to see more and more decisions like this. It's the only way providers are going to be able to balance their books. It's all government run there. And in a way, you have to applaud their honesty. You can see why they're doing this. The service is bursting at the seams. Utopia. The announcement is the latest in a series of setbacks for patients who are facing rolling strikes by junior doctors that threaten to cripple the health service as winter approaches. Just look at the DMV in your state. That's what we're looking at on a national centralized scale. Get in line. Do you smoke? Yes. All right, get out of line and get lost. Get in line. Get on the scale. Ooh, look at that. You're a little heavy. I'm not a boxer. I don't have to lose weight. Yes, you do. Get lost. The decision by Vale of York Clinical Commissioning Group comes amid increasing limits across the NHS on surgery for cataracts, as well as hip and knee operations. Okay, let's add it up. Rationing on hip operations, rationing on knee operations, and now rationing on cataracts. Now, most of the people who get cataracts, Mr. Producer, are the elderly. Not all. Most of the people who have hip replacements or knee replacements are the elderly. Not all. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, you go where the money goes, quote unquote. And when it comes to health care, the money goes to the elderly. And so in Britain, the elderly are screwed. And so are other people. No. You got to be built like, you got to have a pecs. You got to have good biceps, your thighs, your ankle, everything. You got to look strong and be healthy and eat right. Then you can get health care services. Well, I don't need them. Exactly. You're our perfect non-patient. Our perfect non-patient. Because the health care service exists for those who work there. Not for the patients, ladies and gentlemen. Under the latest restrictions, patients in the catchment area who have a BMI of 30 or more will be barred from routine surgery for non-life-threatening conditions for a year, although they may secure a referral sooner if they shed 10% of their weight. A BMI, weight in kilograms divided by height in meters squared, of 30 is the point at which a person is classed as obese. Can you imagine living like this? On current estimates, more than half the population could be classified as such by 2050. Hey, look, half the population doesn't get knee replacements, hip replacements, cataracts. You don't qualify. And if they did, they would increase the standards again, wouldn't they? Smokers who refuse to quit will have planned operations postponed for 6 months, but may be included on surgeons' waiting lists earlier for proving they have given up for the last 8 weeks. The ban will not apply to cancer patients or those with some conditions that could become life-threatening, or if exceptional circumstances can be proven. Obese people and smokers will be barred from some operations. I'm almost speechless. This is the nature of iron-fisted autocracies. I call them statists, but call it whatever you want. Marxism, National Socialism, call it whatever you want. Hey, at least we get the vote. Hey, we get the vote, you know. And so all these masterminds throughout this massive bureaucracy, they sit around and decide who's going to get what. But don't worry, Mark, they got out of the European Union. Oh, look at that. They're like the founding... Hey, they're out of the European Union. That's right. And yet they screwed themselves because they're in a iron-fisted socialist country. They're not free people. You can't get a dentist. You can't get a knee operation. You can't get a hip operation. You can't get your cataract surgery and so forth and so on. The bureaucracy sits there, and the phony politicians in Parliament, they sit there. Hey, look, you smoke. Look, you eat too much. How much candy did you have? Hey, let him eat cake. That's where we are. That's where we're headed. That's exactly where we're headed with this Obamacare and Hillary. I'm not going to get rid of Obamacare. I'm going to improve it. Of course, yes, we're going to improve it. That's what we liberals do. An infinite search for improvements and perfection. And the more you seek perfection, the more view it as a role of government, the more imperfect the thing becomes.